Hello there everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Good Game Have Fun. I'm the Hat Person and today we're gonna review a bad game. Now, I know that's not the most original thing to do on the internet these days, but I feel like I have to, almost like a rite of passage, and also because of this document that I got from YouTube, laying out a bunch of things that I can do for video game YouTubers specifically to be considered legit. So let's see here, the first thing on the list is do a Minecraft Let's Play. Yeah, I've done a bunch of those, so that one is slashed off. The next thing is play a horror game and yell a lot. Well, not really much for horror games, but I did play Slender that one time a long time ago. I could easily just come across him right now. Ah! And I did play Yomawari for a little bit. Is this how you find— oh, fucking shit! Something's gonna pop up. I knew it! Town and neighboring town. I can only assume that the map will fill out. Whoa, my shit! I would say that it checks out. We're fine. We can put a little check mark on that box. Okay, so the next thing on the list says, make a reaction video completely overblowing how you feel about something. Oh my god! Oh my god, it's a Dragon Ball Z thing! Oh my god, Dragon Ball Fighters! Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh my god! Yeah! Wait, oh my god! Holy shit! You're not cool! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! 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 What the f? What the f? Dude, I just got here! I just got here, dude! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yep. Alright, so the next thing says, review a bad game and be very angry about it. It's funny how they say angry here specifically. Getting angry over a bad game. I mean, I have played, some bad games, and I have gotten angry before, but that's not really my thing. I don't really dedicate myself to, being pissed off about stuff, So yeah, you could consider that I haven't really done that before. I spend most of my time kind of playing and talking about stuff that I like. Strange, I know. Being a YouTuber and not trying to make a living off of drama, cynicism, negativity, and deliberately unpopular opinions just to rile up the crowd for views. It's kind of like going to a different country and trying to understand a different language. Hell, even I'm guilty of doing it sometimes. But I digress. Reviewing bad games is kind of uncharted territory for me. And now that I very conveniently set the word uncharted, the script in front of my computer says that really reminds me of a game that I used to play a long while back that I remember being really bad, and also reminded me of the Uncharted games, mostly because they tried really hard to just ape Uncharted and failed at it miserably. Yeah, I think that'll work. Alright, let's start filling out this YouTuber quota by reviewing the bad game that a lot of people know as Unearthed Trail of Even Battuta Episode 1, or as I like to call it, Bro, Do You Even Battuta? And no, I don't apologize for the terrible joke. As soon as you boot up the game, you get this opening menu, and I can already feel the bad coming. Doesn't it ever happen to you that you just boot up a game, and just by the way that it opens up, you already know you're in for something bad? You know what I mean, right? The generic sounding music, no flair, no style, the logo just kind of sits there, the buttons are kind of boring to look at, you get the point. A lot of people would tell you that the gameplay or the game part of the game is the part where you're in full control, moving around and making stuff explode, but I tend to disagree. I would argue that every part of the game, including the menus, the settings, all that stuff also count as gameplay, because it's all part of one cohesive product. If you see an opening that doesn't grab your interest, then that already starts to form your opinion on the game. It's not the same to look at a boring opening screen like this one than to watch a different one that's much more exciting. But I digress. Let's just start playing this damn thing already. No, you did not accidentally sit on the remote control and got the history channel. This is how the game actually opens up. They got this weird thing where they really want to make it look like it's some sort of TV series, but it's so over the top and awkwardly done that I just kind of end up laughing at it more than anything. It all feels really cheap, uninspired, and not as exciting as that blaring music wants to make you think. Especially not with headshots that look like you're about to get your driver's license picture taken at the DMV. And stock pictures that I could probably find on Google. And they show the logo a second time in the same intro, just so that you never forget the name of this wonderful experience after you're done.
Some secrets are worth adventuring for.
Or so they say. Looking at where this one got me so far, I have my own take on the subject. My name is Faris Jawad, and now I will put an end to all this.
It's amazing how somebody can say something that sounds cool, but actually does nothing to letting me know what's going on. For all I care, this is a story of him and his friend over there trying to defeat this apparently indestructible wall. Anyway, now we have control all the way over here, rather than over there, where we were just at. The movement doesn't have any flow to it at all. Everything feels stilted, robotic, with a camera more sensitive than a millennial on Twitter. It really lacks a lot of the polish than, say, Uncharted, a game that they're really trying really hard to be right now. I've had romantic nights with women that are less awkward and stilted than this, and that's really saying something.
Don't do it. No, that's not good. No, don't do it. I'm a virgin.
Anyway, you go through the motions, you shoot some stuff, walk around the level, and then realize that this might be one of the funniest games I've played in a while. Not because it has comedic writing or, you know, very witty dialogue. No. It's usually for stuff like this. I did the shooty thing. Also, hopefully you've noticed the incredibly epic music accompanying a half-dead guy with nothing happening, slowly pacing around with his legs spread out like he soiled himself and is trying to find a bathroom. This is exactly what I'm talking about. The game never really has anything interesting going on, but the soundtrack is begging you to be interested. It's like when you're watching a movie and the music is doing the acting for the actors. I mean, I can't really blame them. What else can you do when your game runs like a very fast PowerPoint presentation and has shoehorned segments that basically say, well, Uncharted did it, so we're gonna do it too? Let's see, what does it say? Oh yeah, and I'm so mad about that! Oh, rage! Oh, give me my YouTube views now because I'm angry!
What would you do if you were me?
Probably take my paycheck and leave. So obviously all that took place in the future, and now we're going back 3 weeks to what looks like a beta version of The Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
So, this is Amos' temple.
I like that motion that he makes, like, behold, the beautiful visage of a fucking hole in the wall.
Yep, that's the one. 3,560 years of history in this place.
Wow, that sounds like a really big deal. It sounds like it will look like something more interesting than a fucking hole in the wall in the middle of goddamn nowhere. Yeah, for people that have played this game before, this is probably the most memorable part of the game, mostly because it's one of the worst cutscenes in the entire thing. Look at them, their eyes look completely dead. They're not even looking at each other most of the time. I've seen better facial expressions out of C-3PO. Have you guys ever seen Power Rangers and how they always gesticulate and move in an exaggerated way? That's mostly because they wear helmets. You can't see their face, right? So they gotta like gesticulate and move and like, oh, emotion right now, you know, just for the children to get it, right? Just to make it more clear. But here there aren't any masks, just their completely stiff faces with their lips barely moving like they got the most excessive Botox surgery in the world. The acting looks like somebody stole 2 dead bodies, put strings on them, and then just started moving them around like puppets. As soon as you visualize that, these cutscenes start to make a lot more sense. Even the camera work is weird. I mean, look at the composition of this shot. Where am I supposed to be looking at? The characters are strangely off-center, but not quite. The car really sticks out for some reason. There's a lot of empty space in between, and I just don't know what they were going for here. Also, Jesus Christ, are they still talking? Seriously, this cutscene goes on and on forever. At least it feels like it.
You mean you're not coming in with me?
Of course not, Faris. For starters, you were the one who always enjoyed raiding tombs and uncharting mysteries in video games.
Wait, hold on, I need to take my glasses off for this one. What did you say?
You were the one who always enjoyed raiding tombs and uncharting mysteries in video games.
Uncharting mysteries. What the hell does that even mean? You do know what the word uncharted means, right? It means unmapped, something that is yet to be discovered. When you discover a new place, you put it on the map. You are charting that place. If you are uncharting something, then doesn't that mean that you're taking something out? You are undiscovering something? I'm sorry, I may be a dumbass, but I don't think that makes any goddamn sense at all. On top of that, you don't say territories or places, you say mysteries, which makes even less sense. Usually mysteries tend to be an intangible thing, like a rumor or a question, not necessarily a physical place that you go to, and if you go to that place, you're uncharting it, which means that you're taking it out, and if you unchart a mystery, then how the hell does somebody unchart a mystery? Do you, like, make people get more of that mystery? Like, you solve a mystery, but then do you unsolve that mystery? Do you make it even more difficult to figure out? How the hell does that even make any sense? How are you uncharting a mystery, let alone putting it in a fucking map, because I can fucking... And all of this stupidity just to make a reference to the game Uncharted. They wanted to force it in so badly that you just had to make up their own word. I actually tried Googling the word uncharting and just got the definition for the word unchart, which according to Urban Dictionary means the act of playing Uncharted 1 and Uncharted 2. Not the other three though, those don't count. Either that or they just haven't updated the post since 2010. We haven't even started the first level yet and I already feel like I'm going insane. Okay, let's just go ahead and get it over with and see how the rest of the game plays like shit. Want me to repeat myself? Don't mind if I do. The frame rate is terrible, controls suck, music sucks, and it's very unclear what you can and can't do with the environment. Also that's pretty bad. You guys know that one video on the internet where the guy's walking around going like, alcohol, booze,
liquor,
and then he
booze.
falls down without making a single sound? I think what happened here is what happened to that other guy. He just fell out of the world and died. Gone. Never to be seen again. I could go into specifics, but there really isn't much to talk about, unfortunately. This whole bit is very bland, boring, and very, I want to be like Uncharted and failing at it miserably. Just like that one company, the Asylum, that makes a bunch of rip-off versions of popular movies like Transmorphers and stuff like that. You know there's a problem with your game when you're actually hoping you come across glitches just so you can laugh at it for a bit. Oh look, he's doing the invisible box challenge! That was another one of the requirements, by the way. Yeah, date yourself with dead memes or challenges. It says it right here. You gotta do it. It's fucking empty. There's just nothing. There's fucking nothing there. As you might expect, the typical stuff goes down. There's a puzzle to solve, ledges to climb, and very occasional dialogue that's like whatever.
Very funny, Dania.
Are you afraid of the dark? Remember that show from when we were young?
Cool. You made a reference to a thing. I don't know what to say. Like, what am I supposed to get out of that? I don't know. Well, now that we know that the security level in this place is as strong as a piece of paper, it's safe to assume that we're gonna be just Alright, I get it. The typical Indiana Jones, big boulder thing, run away from it. I get it. Except, man, why the hell are there so many of them? They don't seem to end. I guess they're supposed to fall into that hole over there, but... Okay. I wonder what they were thinking about 3,000 years ago. Like, oh, what do we do to keep our temple safe? The ton of boulders everywhere infinitely! Ah, yes, brilliant, sir. The perfect trap that we can only use once. After that, we'll have to build a separate hallway to be able to avoid those boulders. But then we want to keep that hallway safe, so we gotta put a ton of other boulders on there. It'll be an endless cycle. That's probably why they just abandoned that place. So anyway, you avoid the now infinite balls of doom and then get more crappy dialogue.
Dania, I see a statue holding a golden dagger up above.
Try to find a way to get to it.
Really? And how am I supposed to do that?
Easy. Use your monkey skills.
Was that like racist or? Eventually you gotta get some golden daggers or whatever, and you start a puzzle with a remote control car that just kind of appears there. I mean, you don't see him throwing it over there or nothing, it just kind of shows up. Because when you're an adventurer that uncharts mysteries, apparently, you all know what you need. Water, communication, and your Hot Wheels. Oh, some dudes with guns showed up. Better shoot them. Which is exactly the same thing that we see in literally every single one of these damn adventure movies. The guys with guns show up that want the same treasure that you have, and you spend the whole game killing without a second thought. I'm already bored. So you gotta backtrack all the way to the start, and then this beautiful thing happens.
Whew, finally made it. Where's Dania? Did she hide inside the car, maybe?
I love it. It has exactly all of the elements of a terribly hilarious cutscene. Horrible timing, terrible frame rate, and then when a rocket launcher hits a car, yeah, you just go, moaning like you're having sex instead of actually panicking because you just got almost hit with a rocket launcher.
Who are you?
That is none of your concern.
Blah, I don't need it anymore. I hate cars. But as for you, I'll kill you with my Toy Story gun. It's made of plastic. So much more efficient than actually blowing you up with a rocket launcher. With this one, I'll surely not miss.
Here you go. Catch.
Cut? So we have another session of Rock and Sock'em Robots until...
Think of all those times that didn't go your way. All of life's little setbacks. Imagine if you could have another go at them. No mistakes. Anyone you've ever hurt. Everything you've ever done. You could do it over.
You should have accepted my offer while you had the chance.
Drop it.
Oh, hi! I'm here. I have a dune buggy now, somehow. I was under the impression that they arrived here by car that exploded, so I guess we just summoned the dune buggy here out of nowhere.
You might get yourself hurt.
Wow.
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 Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. So of course we escape and we have to shoot a bunch of dudes, which is exactly as terrible and hilarious as you would expect. If you thought the game couldn't look any worse, well, you're about to be surprised. You got cars, motorcycles, freaking helicopters chasing after these guys. They're throwing everything at them. I don't know if these guys are too good or the bad guys are just too incompetent.
Yes, we got there, but some guy beat us to it. Don't worry, we will follow them right away. I will hunt them in every corner of the world. You haven't seen the last of me, you...
Wait, I'm sorry. I would love to hear what you have to say, but I simply can't pay attention with that guy in the background with a noticeable lack of textures than the ones that you have. He's just kind of standing there like they just brought a mannequin or a giant toy and they put him there just so that it looks like there's a bunch of people here, you know? Why does he have higher textures and I don't? This is bullshit. So after escaping, they get a sudden call from that guy in the beginning that looks like you're telling a lie and he's just not buying it at all.
Hello, Faris. My name is Rashid Al-Kalabi. I believe I have an interesting proposition for you, my friend. A very interesting proposition.
I need you to clean my book. I fucked it up with all of this ink. Your payment will be the Ark of the Covenant and my wife. So the next part of the game is the thrilling action of very slowly walking around. And you do this for a while. You can't interact with anything either. You just hear people talk and watch terrible NPCs be terrible NPCs, such as smoking cigars that don't exist, staring longingly at clothing that they can't afford, and hammering doors that don't need fixing. We also get to watch Faris here walk kinda weird. Okay, is this it? Alright, it seemed like that was the end. That was the whole damn level. Alright, well, hopefully we didn't have to do that again. Ah, really? More walking? Great. So eventually you make it to a cafe just to talk for like a minute about, goddammit, who the hell cares? I'm not interested enough to know. They basically say, I need you to get thing. It's cool thing. Okay, we help with thing. Yay. I will now haunt your dreams forever. And so now we move on to a really great part of the game where you have thrilling action, some very well written cutscenes, and I'm just fucking with you as more walking.
I'm not going to wait for you all day. Move on already.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Eventually we arrive at the dude's apartment when suddenly...
I see someone near the balcony. Hey, you! Hold it right there!
Stop! I need to know the secret of how you were able to slide out of there without moving your legs at all. I've been training so hard to be able to achieve this power, and that guy just does it like it's nothing. So now we're chasing this guy, which is as exciting as finally learning the secrets of the slidey run. Yar, put him up, sailor. So you beat the guy up and then a tomato explodes in his face and dies. Either that or it was a sniper, I don't know. Now we gotta get out of here because the cops are coming for some reason. So he tries to escape the police and then, wait, what the hell was that just now? Nothing happened. Like, nothing. No people chasing him, the cops haven't even shown up yet, no helicopter, no bad guy, no earthquake or nothing to shake things up, literally. No, he just runs towards that wall and he's making it look like it's the day after tomorrow while up in this. There's literally nothing happening, so why exaggerate the hell out of just walking through a hall? In fact, this whole cutscene is weird. They're somersaulting for no reason, cops show up and I still don't know why they're here, and NPCs just seem to not care at all, just walking around like it's another Tuesday.
No. Oh, my legs.
Again, they're trying to make it seem like it's the most exciting thing in the world, but I'm just laughing at this point. So now the final thing we gotta do before ending this travesty is to drive away from the cops. Again, I still don't know why they're chasing us. Objective: avoid hitting the police cars. You're not supposed to escape from them, just don't hit them, right? Okay, that sounds simple enough. Oh yeah, of course. The car handles like cardboard. All the turns go way too far whenever you try anything. There's no sense of urgency at all with how slow you seem to go, and I am strangely intrigued by that box of tissues over there. It doesn't move an inch, and the tissues are reflecting light off of it like it's made of aluminum or something. Well, you try not hitting the cops, and that's it. You don't run away from them at all. You just have to keep driving around this same tiny area until the game says that you're done. And even after establishing that you're the one driving, the next scene shows the other guy driving, with that soul-sucking stare from this lady that's asking, why the hell are you still here? They drive off about to start their adventure, and it's over. That's it. It ends. They show you some live action thing that I can barely see because of how dark it is, and to be continued. 1 time, 2 times, and a 3rd. Just in case you didn't understand the English text, you have some very useful English text to help you out. After that, there's kind of a preview for the next episode that makes me laugh a lot more than it does excite me for anything. Awesome, more stock pictures of places that look nothing like where we were just at, and the most cookie-cutter generic lines you already heard many times in other films.
To the most shocking find of the Middle Ages.
Oh my god.
Watch out!
Unearthed Trail of Ibn Battuta.
What the hell was I supposed to get out of any of that? Oh my god. Watch out! This sucks! Ooh, we unlocked survival mode. Amazing. I can't wait to play it. I'd probably be able to beat it in the same sitting, considering one playthrough is just about an hour and a half. Oh, well, I guess it could kill some time before episode 2 of this comes out, is what I would like to say. I mentioned that because the game came out back in 2014, and ever since then, nothing. It's 2018 now, so I don't think I should be holding my breath for episode 2 anytime soon. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Unearthed Trail of Ibn Battuta, episode 1. Was this experience any good? Absolutely not. And that's exactly why I think you should get this. This game, despite how terrible it is, it definitely fits into that so bad it's good category. Everything about it sucks, but man, it made me laugh so much throughout the whole thing. The funniest thing about this whole thing is that this is the gold edition of the game. This is supposed to be the definitive experience of Ibn Battuta, that despite it being the gold edition, it still runs like you're trying to play Grand Theft Auto 5 on the first iPhone. My biggest piece of advice for you guys would be to just gather a bunch of your friends that don't know anything about this game, spend the $5 that it takes to buy this episode, and then just play it, let it run, and just get ready to laugh for about 90 minutes. Because honestly, that is about as much fun as you'll get out of a game like this. Now as for me, I'm still crossing my fingers for episode 2, because if that episode ever comes out in the future, then I'm hoping that it is as horrible and hilariously bad as episode 1.
This is it. This is what matters. The experience of a product. How will it make someone feel? Will it make life better? Does it deserve to exist? We spend a lot of time on a few great things until every idea we touch enhances each life it touches. You may rarely look at it, but you'll always feel it. This is our signature, and it means everything.
And that about does it for me. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, bell icon, all that good stuff. And of course, if you want to follow any of my social media stuff, then it's all down in the description. You can check out any of my other videos on those buttons on screen. And again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.